and welcome to the Sportsman Show. I am your host, Joe Musel, on a glorious 50 episode. It's our 50th, and it was my birthday earlier last week. So there should be some cake for us, some pie, I don't know, some checks are in the mail maybe, something like that to commemorate 50 shows. That's a big mark for people for actually being on a show. And always with me is my great co-host for all 50 shows, Coachy. Go.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our first show in August. Happy 50. We tried to convince him to put the show in from the hot tub, but unfortunately it didn't work out. So
There will
not
be
yet.
no show from a hot tub because I know that would scare most viewers and stuff like that. I don't know if you ever see Coachy at lake compounds with his shirt on. It's scary. It scares small children.
Never has.
Yeah, it has. I've seen him run out of line and just run away.
Yeah, or of course, and we promise you folks, we are not going to have another episode like we did last week when we had a person who had to run out the front door to tell me there's a bear in the yard.
No bear in the yard, no dad call from Atlantic City, none of that. It's actually going to be a sports show with minimum interruptions. You never know. But something came in the mail for me today. A good sign. If you don't know, the Bethlehem Fair is on this year, and I got my Bethlehem Fair book. This means I can enter into the Bethlehem Fair photo contest as I always do and stuff like that. I like testing my abilities against professional photographers and stuff. Sometimes I get a check, sometimes I don't. I get a ribbon, just a ribbon, but it's good to test my might. But it's good to see the Bethlehem Fair is going to happen this year.
He loves the sky pictures.
Sky pictures. Everybody loves the sky pictures. Coachy loves the sky pictures.
Yes, I've seen him at the Little League games as we have before. Unfortunately, this year we're not going to be there. So
unfortunately, no Little League. Unless we want to just stand out in the parking lot and ask for passes and stuff to the games. If you get a Connecticut pass, you get to go to all the Connecticut games, or you get a pass to one Maine or something like that, you get to go to the rest of the Maine games.
Yeah, and that's amazing. Hey, someone got in there somehow, some way. But hey, we're all for it.
They sent two teams this year to Carolina for the softball women's championship here from Connecticut, and it was pretty good. My friend Steve, he went down there. He enjoyed the game. Connecticut went 0-2 in their tries. I guess they were up 3-1 in the bottom of the sixth with 2 outs, and they blew it.
Yep.
They blew the whole game. A botch by the second baseman, couldn't get it over to first. It should have been an easy out, but they threw it into the stands. And then the other one was a botch play from third. And, Connecticut didn't do so well. 0-2, okay. It wasn't a really great year to do well because the fans weren't there and stuff like that. We'll get them next year for Connecticut.
Yep, and we're hoping the fans will be back.
Hopefully all the fans will be back and everything. And hopefully, people are getting vaccinated and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, unfortunately today the positivity rate went over 3%. So, everyone's already panicking about high school sports. What's going to happen? So far it's going on time, but they better watch out.
Yeah, hopefully you don't get hiccup this year or some stuff with your high school football.
The season continues, but then if we get a limited capacity, this time I may not guarantee to go on the football field this year.
Yep. So hopefully that doesn't end your streaks or anything like that. Hopefully the streaks will go on.
Yeah, the streak will continue. So we'll see how that goes at this point. So
all right.
So
what's
far
on the news? Olympics.
It's been going well for the first week and a half. Unfortunately, our women's soccer team, and yes, I did watch this morning. They had a game at 4:00 in the morning against Canada, and despite the 1-0 loss, that they didn't play very well. The bad news is the referee did not call a foul in the penalty area. So the referee lets it go. Then the VAR war room decides to buzz her and said, we need to take a look at this. And I thought it was a very bad call. There was nowhere near the area where she was even touched. And it cost a penalty kick, and Canada scored in the 65th minute. U.S. did have a chance at the crossbar at the 85th minute to try and tie it, but that didn't happen. So they will be playing for bronze, and Megan Rapinoe and there's a couple others. This might be probably going to be their last game in the Olympics. I don't know about if they're playing in the World Cup in 2023. So they will take
Coaching.
on Australia for the bronze medal.
You froze a little bit. But, yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
You did
okay,
too,
you bet on. Okay.
No, and so good luck to them in the bronze medal game. It's going to be. I believe the game is during the overnight. I think so. I'm not going to watch it. If they were playing for gold, it would have been Thursday night at 10:00, and that would have been perfect. But I am happy for the men's soccer team.
Yes, men's soccer team actually doing good. Very good.
Yeah. That was to me, that game was not supposed to happen against Mexico. I had no in the world that they were going to win this game 1-0 in extra time. They scored in the 117th minute on a direct free kick, where the ball just landed. I believe his name is Miles Sanders, but he just kicked the ball, got there to deflect the ball, and it went in the net. And all the fans in Las Vegas, which, by the way, that was the first game in that new stadium that had fans in there, because as you know, during the football season last year, they had no Raiders fans there.
Nope.
There was about 65,000 fans. Mm-hmm. I would say maybe a good 60% of the fans in that game were for Mexico.
Okay, Mexicans came across the border.
There was a lot of fans, yeah, and I'll tell you, Mexico fans were not very happy after the game was over. They were like stunned.
Yeah, well,
so
good for U.S. men's soccer.
Good. Yeah. They needed that. Yep. They needed that. And they beat Mexico twice. So if they can do that in the World Cup qualifiers when they go to Qatar in 2022, go get a couple victories and, move on from there.
Yep.
But
other Olympic stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. I've seen our baseball team unfortunately got eliminated this morning. I did not get to see the whole game. I got to see 3 innings before I had to go to work. They had a 6-5 lead on Japan.
Yeah,
the top of
they
the
had
ninth.
A 6-5 lead. Yeah,
and then Japan tied it and then won it in the 10th inning. So
yeah, something like
US
that.
was eliminated. When they beat Israel 8-1, that was like, wow, that was a big win for them right off the bat, because pool play didn't last very long.
No, it didn't. But a good showing. Everybody questioned, should we send professionals to be in the Olympics for this baseball? That would have had to freeze baseball for at least 3 weeks. But I'm glad that college kids got to play this.
There were some professionals from the minor leagues who were in there.
Minor leagues and college kids and stuff like that. But it's good to have these younger kids play in these kind of games, because this is how they build, for their future. This is how they react under pressure and stuff, and get a good feel for a big game, and you want that in your players. You want them to feel that. So kudos to the younger kids that played in the Olympics and stuff. And that's a great showing for the U.S. in baseball. Not bad.
Nope. Especially when baseball just came back after been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while and stuff like that. So baseball. It's
even
been a couple Olympics.
Softball got a chance to get in there too. Unfortunately, softball They played quick. They finished it. I know already all the softball teams are already back home because, as you know, once you are done with the event, you have to leave. You have to leave the country in 48 hours. Unfortunately, you don't get to stay. Not like during the normal Olympics where you get to stay at the village, enjoy the sightseeing and all that. Unfortunately, you don't.
Yeah, you don't get to see any sightseeing. I heard you only get like 15 minutes out of your room or something like that. I saw a video. They were jumping on their beds or something like that.
Yes, yup, I can tell you that one. That was Team Israel because the bed was cardboard.
Yeah, and they were jumping on it, breaking the cardboard
Yeah, well,
bed.
you heard the expression of the nursery rhyme, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. Well, they were making the bed break.
Yeah, but they were bored, so they made the best of it.
Well, we did have a couple athletes from Georgia, left the village. Apparently one of them knew a friend that was in Japan, and unfortunately, that is a no-no in the Olympics. Now, if the Olympics were over, guess what? You don't have a problem. When the Olympics are over, they don't care. At that point. Well, yeah, they're going to tell you got 48 hours to leave, but after the Olympics, I don't think they care as much. Unfortunately, Tokyo got another 2,100 cases today, so but yeah, because of what happened, they said their credibilitation for competing it was gone. They got to keep their medals. They were judo athletes, but they got told they had to get out and go home. We had what else we have? Athlete from Belarus, their coaching staff, and she was a sprinter. They told her, pack your bags, you're going home. And she did not like that. So the people of, they sent her to the airport, and then she was like with the police, and, she didn't want to go back. So it looks like she's going to abandon her country.
Yeah, I think she's going back anyways. But
yeah, I know. But yeah, there has been some surprises and stuff. I'm happy swimming went very well. Katie Ledecky did an outstanding job. We've also had some rowing. We've got track and field that's been going on. In fact, I've been watching a lot of field events.
Yeah.
Even though somebody, I guess I read today that one of our pole vaulters did not got injured and she had to pull out, and that's bad because she did tell the officials you need to stop the event. It was pouring rain and they were like no, so she kept going. She broke her pole, and then her third attempt she pulled lame on the runway as she was getting ready to vault. So we've had some very good athletes. We
got a new fastest man alive. What is he from? Greece or something, or Italy, or
Italy won the 100. Yeah, but I say he was born in the United States.
Yeah, I beat the United States by a little bit.
Heaven forbid that you go to another country because if you go for the U.S., he'll say, "Oh, well, I'm better than that." Heaven forbid. We've seen other people for countries pull that stunt.
Yeah, I know,
But Jamaica did go 1, 2, 3 in one event, so they were able to sweep the medal.
I don't think it was in the running though. I think
it was sprinting. The 100 meters. Was it 100 meters? Yeah, women.
Women.
It was 100 meters. Yes.
Yeah. Well, they did 1, 2, 3. So.
I think the best story we've had so far, and you'll like this. I put it on my Facebook. 2 high jumpers, one from Qatar, one from Italy. They didn't miss one jump until they got to the one where it was about 2.39 meters, which was about 8 feet.
Yep.
They kept going, and then they both missed on their third attempt. So the official comes over and says, we're going to have a jump off. Okay. And they were going to have to keep going until somebody cleared it at least. So then the one from Qatar decided to talk to the Italy. They both talked to the official, says, you know what? We've done enough jumping. It's tied. Why don't we just give them each a gold medal? And you know what? That was about the best. That's the best thing I thought I've seen out of the whole Olympics was that.
So far, we still got another week.
Give them both the gold medal. It was even at that point. No need to try to to do it on your own, and the one from and someone else got the bronze from, I think it was from Greece, I think so.
Greece, yeah.
But now there have been some controversies, of course.
Always
I was told,
sports.
always, of course, weightlifting. I've heard that there's a jury room. If they don't like them, how you can't even wiggle when you're trying to lift a weight. So if you have trouble, they see a wiggle, even though they give 3 white lights, the jury's going to say, no, we have to review it, because you have to be so perfect when you're trying to lift these weights. It's not funny. I still think these heavyweights are, I don't know how much drugs they put in their system, but sometimes they do.
Yeah, you mentioned that stuff. They eat a lot of protein bars, Coachy.
Yeah, okay. And how many do they put protein shakes and all that baloney?
Yep. Yeah, they have. What the? Give an athlete their due credit.
Yeah, due credit.
Until proven guilty, give your athlete a credits.
Exactly.
I mean, you couldn't do it. Sure.
I couldn't. Cry. I'll be lucky
if I could your arms.
Yeah, I'd be lucky if you can do a barbell where it's all filled with balloons or something.
Yeah, you're lucky to do something with like candy on the end or something like that.
Yep. Now, unfortunately, we have to be very careful how to talk about this.
It's
gone a lot of ways.
Simone Biles withdrew from group competition and other events, for mental health reasons. And I understand that athletes go through pressure. Every athlete goes through pressure. I mean, if you ask LeBron James, he's under pressure. He's under scrutiny every day. Every time he doesn't win a championship, he's under scrutiny. Every time he doesn't score 92 points in a game.
Yeah, and that's how the Lakers have to add players to make them happy.
Yeah, I know. We'll get to that. We'll get to that part, but we're talking about something else. But, even Michael Jordan was under pressure to become the greatest and stuff. All the greats. Tom Brady's under pressure all the time. He gets hammered and hammered. But I condone her. I give her credit to standing up for herself and not saying I could. Mental health is just. It is a disease or something like that. It's if you're going to hurt yourself, you shouldn't compete. Or if you're going to hurt your team, you shouldn't compete. But I see other athletes, the great athletes, defeat that and go on. They defeat it and they go on. And that's what makes a real great athlete. Yes, she is a great athlete. And, of course, she had the weight of the country on her shoulders. She just had the whole weight of the United States was betting on her to do gold. Gold or nothing, gold or go home. And that's a lot of pressure to have the whole country under you. And at the age of 24, that's, still learning and stuff like that. I mean, yes, she's done it before, but, what else you got, Coachy?
Well, I know. I think there's part of the reason why that by the way, yes, she is competing in balance beam. There was a report she is going to compete.
Yeah, it should be shown tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, of course, tape delay. You know that.
Yeah. I know.
I think there is part of the reason. I'm not going to say all of it, but part of it is she is sort of homesick because they're doing this in front of no fans.
A little bit. If she had family support there to help her out, yeah, that would be.
Yeah, I think that'd be part of the change. I'm not going to say it's all of it. I think it's just a little part of it.
Little part.
And of course that she's also taking a prescription ADHD, which unfortunately in gymnastics is a no-no. So she's also got to be careful if she takes any of that. That's going to be a suspension. So you have to be careful how you approach it, because remember, there are some athletes who have been thrown out due to doping purposes. Unfortunately, we're still going through that jazz.
Yeah, but if she gets clearance for a medical condition to take that, then that's a medical condition.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely. I'm not saying that what she's doing is wrong, but I could figure out a little bit what was going on. Someone asked me about what was going on for the, but I'm hoping to see who that goes and all that.
Yeah, so, hopefully she does well on the balance beam and she gets back her, courage and stuff like that. And hopefully she talked to her family and stuff like that. And maybe the family encouraged her, picked her up, made her feel better and stuff like that. I know my family always does that for me, does that for you, Coachy, too. So,
yep.
I mean, but I still say if you want to be a great athlete, you got to defeat the mental part.
Yeah, you got to beat the mental part in the game.
Yeah, because remember, it's 90% mental and 10% physical for all sports.
Correct.
And if you can't defeat the 90%, 10% really doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
But yeah, if you want to stand on the podium and be a face of something, you just got to do it, It's the got to attitude.
Absolutely. I know we only got a couple more minutes to spend on the topic, but next week when the Olympics are over, we'll do a review. There are a couple other odd odds and ends a little bit. Like, for example, we had a boxer from France who lost one of his fights. Decided when he got disqualified, he threw his mouthpiece down. He was punching the camera. He sat in the ring for an hour with everybody gone.
Okay, I didn't see this.
Yeah, no, and I read about it. I just read about it now. He wants a rematch.
Oh.
I don't think you're going to get your wish with the IOC. You know how that works.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen unless something really dramatic happens. It's probably not going to happen with him. And I think I just read too, Daniel Topulich, leaving team clothing in Tokyo, says playing for Team Mexico is both. Leaving team clothing in Tokyo. Yeah, you can't get your clothing back right now. You have to get it sent by the mail or Federal Express. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever
the case may be.
Yeah.
And then what was it I saw? I thought I saw this, that somebody was, what is it? Oh yeah, Great Britain diver was knitting while he was in the stands at the games.
Okay.
That's good. I'm glad he wasn't bored. And then I guess I get to watch later. It looks like from what I'm reading that and I have to see it later because I wasn't able to see the whole thing. The women's discus was won by Allman, who, and I didn't know about this. She was auditioning for the show So You Think You Can Dance.
Yep.
She won gold in discus.
Yeah.
And there was a delay too because it was pouring, so they had to stop the event. But she did win a gold medal in ladies discus for field event, and I believe that's the first time that's ever happened. So good luck for athletes as we go into the second week.
Yep, second week. Good luck. Let's see some of the things that I've seen. I like always watching the double diving and stuff. I don't know.
Synchronized diving. Yep.
Yeah, synchronized diving. I don't know how the Japanese and the Chinese do that exactly the same, and they make no splash into the water. When they
that's
go
common.
into I mean, but a human shouldn't should make bigger splashes than that.
That's just as bad as when they're playing table tennis, which is ping pong, and badminton. They always dominate those sports.
Well, yeah, I know they always dominate, but how do they make no splash into a pool? I mean,
I don't
both
know.
of them.
Ask the athlete from Canada who got zeros because her feet landed in the water first, and it made a tremendous splash.
Yeah, well,
you'll have to read. I have to read about that one myself, but I think I saw this afternoon that we had a diver who scored a big fat goose egg.
Yeah, but that defies physics, Coachy. That defies going a solid mass going into a liquid.
Mm-hmm.
That just blows my mind. It's amazing to watch that two humans can make no splash when hitting water. You know,
it's possible. It can happen. Believe me.
Coachy, we're gonna try you with the diving board. See how much of a splash you can make.
Joe, I did enough jumping off the diving board when I used to have a swimming pool. So
we're gonna have to get a swimming pool, get you on a diving board, and see how much splash Coachy can make.
Believe me, I've done enough of that as I can. So
gravity and everything else will big splash. But that. What else did I? The canoeing in the fake river.
Yep.
The fake river is pretty cool. That's pretty awesome how they made that. And they don't have any rivers or anything in Japan that you can canoe down. That's a little bit shocking, but pretty cool that it's a man-made man-made river. That was pretty cool.
Yep. Our golf. We actually took gold in golf. Xander Schleifer got a gold medal. He had to make a clutch putt at the 18th to win. I don't think there would have been a playoff. I don't think there would have been a playoff hole for silver. I think whatever you finished, you would have been tied or something like that. I don't think there was a playoff hole in the Olympics.
Yeah, no, there was no playoff hole or anything.
I didn't think so. And the women golf starts I think tomorrow or Wednesday. But the women have their golf tournament too.
Yep.
Tennis wrapped up. Of course, our men's
basketball team. Yep.
Basketball team. Yeah, no, I'm not staying up for it tonight. The game's at 12:40 in the morning, and they're playing Spain.
Yeah, you're sleepy.
They're playing Spain. Yeah, no, I will not be up for that tonight. No way.
No.
If the game was maybe it's 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, great. I could have watched a little bit of it before I went to work. But we hope that they win, because now they know if they lose one more time now, that's it. They're eliminated, and they could be back in 48 hours back in the United States, and probably with a new USA basketball coach too, because I think Popovich's job's on the line. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. But
women's basketball has been doing good. So they
came back on that team. They had a closer victory against somebody. It was it France? France, France. I think it was France.
Okay. And then of course our volleyball, our women are still in it. The men
lost. Tragic loss. Yeah. I believe our men's
teams they should have never lost to, but it happened. And then water polo, I think we're in the knockout round.
Knockout round.
Top seed, so
not too bad.
So
overall, the U.S. is leading in medals. I don't think
by a minimal margin of 2.
Yep. But I think we're not leading in gold.
No, we're not.
We're not.
We're leading overall. No, we've been color coordinated and decorated so far.
Yeah, so it's a good showing still for the U.S.
So
I mean, the U.S. Ski shooting people.
Air rifle.
Watch the ski shoot.
Archery. Yep.
Archery. The both U.S. Men's and women's ski shoot. We won gold in. That's pretty cool. How they hit that small little target and it bursts into a
Well,
cloud.
it's okay. You know what sport started the other day? Trampoline.
Trampoline. That's a sport you could do, Coachy. You could
Yes,
do
well,
that
actually,
trampoline.
yeah, well, you had an athlete from China almost jumped off the trampoline and almost landed on the hardwood floor because he wasn't paying attention what he was doing.
Yeah, but he was flying.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely discuss the trampoline part in the next session next week. So
yep, next section.
But that's another story. All
that's
right.
for Coachy.
Okay, so we spent about almost half the show on the Olympics. So
it was a big part. It was a big part.
Oh, I know.
The Olympics.
So the next topic we got to discuss is since the NBA free agencies.
Free agency. Actually, I just got a text. Chris Paul signed a 4-year deal with the Suns.
Good. I'm glad they re-signed
4-year deal. So congratulations to him.
Kyle Lowry is a Miami Heat.
Yep, Kyle Lowry. Russell Wilson is going to be a Laker.
Oh, God, here we go. Yeah, welcome to LeBron James's team.
Yeah. Will there be enough ball time between Westbrook, LeBron, and AD? I mean, it didn't work in New Jersey with that big three. So is there enough ball for
this is what I see what's happening. If the Lakers do not win a title this year, I can see the coach might be on his way out the door. LeBron James may not be back. You know, it's going to build up on that question again.
Yeah. And let's see. LeBron's going for number 5. Yeah, he's going for number 5.
Yep.
So 5 and 20-something odd years of playing basketball.
Yep.
I mean, of course, you lost a couple to Golden State. You lost a couple to Dallas. And you lost a couple to Boston trying to get championships.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, for a 20-year career to somewhat capture 5 championships, not too bad, not too great, though, for being the King LeBron. Of course. But we'll see how his movie is. Are we still going to movies? Hey.
We're hoping soon to go to. I probably want to get through the Olympics first because we still have all the Olympics going on and stuff. But yeah, we're going to get there definitely before the NFL season starts.
I know you're taking a nap and watching TV while we're doing a sports program.
No.
But what the heck?
No. While you were speaking, I had to see what the first event is.
I know what you're seeing. I know what you're doing. I can see you. But
yeah, I have to check the event. Remember, there's no Red Sox game tonight, so I got to check to make sure what I have for tonight for the Olympics.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Come on, I have to get mentally prepared.
You mentally prepared, yeah.
But anyway, I saw your Celtics may bring back a player.
May bring back Thomas, who scored 64 in a minor league basketball game. He scored 64. We just traded for a Dallas player, something Thomas too. I forgot his name, but he's pretty good player. Traded for him to Dallas.
ESPN.com loves its basketball. So.
Yep.
Bulls got Lonzo Ball, 4 years, $85 million.
We were interested in Lonzo Ball.
Knicks re-signed Burks.
Yep.
And Mavericks keep Hardaway for 4 years.
Yeah, but they did a trade with Celtics. I know they did. But I forgot the guy's name.
I mean, they're trying to reboost all their rosters anyway because it's time to spend that money and see how much you can stay under the salary cap.
Yeah, we'll see who can stay under or pay a luxury tax or
Of course.
Something like that.
Well, it's okay. It always happens with the Lakers, so.
Yeah. You're getting tired of the Lakers still.
Yeah, well, it's beginning to be a saga story. Don't worry, the Brooklyn Nets aren't too far behind either.
No, Brooklyn Nets aren't either. It's still a drama show over there. So, but
Yeah.
other things in the NBA, not too much else going on. We'll talk more about the draft when I can actually see who got drafted.
Yeah, we've all been.
It went well though. It was indoors. It was indoors. The draft was.
Yes, it was for live people too.
Yep, live people and stuff like that.
At least they got to like the NHL did.
James Booknight from UConn went 11th to Charlotte. Charlotte. He went to Charlotte. Not a bad team to go to. Not a great team to go to.
No, but Charlotte's getting better as it goes every year. They're getting a little bit better.
So, I mean, I heard his former coach Hurley says it depends on his me and Steve agree he wasn't ready. He isn't ready to go to the NBA. He should have stayed and actually played in college and built his body a little bit more, built his mind, and built his game a little bit better. But if you're a lottery pick at number 11, it's a big payday. It's a good payday.
Yeah, but it's a tough choice to be at 11 though. That's the problem. That's really right in the middle.
Yeah, it is, but it's still. He has to improve on his shooting, his 3-point shooting. He has all the athletic tools to compete at that level. I think his maturity level has to come up and stuff like that. So I wish him luck in Charlotte, and we'll see what he can do. But is he going to be a UConn great like Ray Allen or Scott Burrell or something like that? Or like
can't answer that right now. See how he plays for the first 2 years.
Yep, first 3 years we'll give him. We'll see how he plays. But
we'll give him some time. But you know how it works. It'll take a little bit before these NBA players get signed to contracts.
Yeah, they already started signing contracts.
Okay.
The rookies. They start signing their rookie deals.
Yeah, as long as they don't sign a max, don't sign too big of a contract. Just sign the minimal that you can, or a little bit to the max. So.
No, it's usually a three-year deal. I think they get to sign for. Of course, the first rounders get more money than the second rounders. But yeah, that happens in any draft. You get drafted first in the first round, you get more money. It's how it is.
Yep. Well, I guess I can. I guess we can talk a little bit about the hockey version of it because we did have some signings for a couple of days. But excuse me. But Joe, you might have known about the Seattle Kraken.
Oh, the new team of Seattle.
We had a contract that was rejected. Yeah, we had a contract that was rejected.
Oh no!
Yes, the goaltender. Yes, Philip Grubauer. Who was supposed to have signed a 5-year contract, said, quote, the Seattle Kraken revised their contract with goalie Philip Grubauer after the team failed to announce $250,000 being moved from 2023-24 to 2022-23. The initial deal was rejected by the league. So, yes, they did revive the contract. They adjusted it. But that would have been very interesting if Seattle said no, the NHL said no, and that means Grubauer would have been back to being a free agent again. The Colorado Avalanche would have had a nice time trying to re-sign him. But I thought Seattle did a pretty good job signing some free agents. I think they were one of the winners. Philadelphia Flyers signed way too many people because they're desperate to think they can get it. They want to get it back in the playoff contender. I don't know. I think they brought in 6 defensemen. So you're telling me you're going to have a brand new defensive core? I don't know. There's a lot of answers to that. And then Marc-Andre Fleury was traded to the Chicago Blackhawks, and there was a lot of talk that he wasn't going to report to the team. And then after he talked to his family, he said, yep, I'm going to go to Chicago. He's got 1 year to prove what he can do with this team. If it doesn't go well, then he'll be getting traded before the deadline, because I don't know how much Chicago wants to sign a big contract. So remember, unlike in basketball where the salary cap went up a little bit, hockey stayed flat.
Yeah, hockey stayed flat. Hockey. So anything else on hockey?
Let's see. Besides the Tampa Bay Lightning, actually the Tampa Bay Lightning had to lose a couple players. They lost Tyler Johnson, Yanni Gourde. Let's see, Barclay Goodrow. And get this, Joe, and you're gonna love this. Corey Perry.
Yep.
Was with the Dallas Stars, went all the way to the finals, lost to Tampa Bay. He plays for Montreal this past season.
Yep.
Lost to the finals to Tampa Bay. Now he signed a 2-year contract with the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, okay. I'm intrigued. I'm happy.
Very interesting to see if Tampa Bay is going to three-peat or not, because this guy just can't win its case when it comes to trying to win a Stanley Cup after he's won it with Anaheim once, and then he's been on a team 2 years in a row where he can't win one.
Well, Celtics acquired Josh Richardson from the Mavericks. That's the player they acquired, Josh Richardson.
Very good.
Good, solid forward. Can slash, can shoot the ball. Should help Tatum out a little bit more, and should help that bench out. One more thing about Tatum. He scored 27 in the Olympics. You know, Greg Popovich told him, pretend you're playing the San Antonio Spurs, which this year he scored 60 points on them. So, you know, he pretended.
Yeah, that's of course. Of course, Popovich will try anything to get him to join the San Antonio Spurs at this point. So
probably, but Tatum's locked and under contract.
Yeah, so I don't have much on hockey. I'll talk a little bit more on hockey this week. I know it was going to be a little short about it, but I want to give a quick review on the free agents that are coming. And, you know, we're in October. And they did announce that they still have not agreed to go to the Olympics quite yet, even though the schedule is out.
Oh, yeah.
So we're kind of hoping they get it out soon, or otherwise we got to go to a plan B for the schedule. The schedule's already out. They're already saying that they're going to have a 3-week break.
A 3-week break for the Olympics.
Yeah, only because it's being played out in China, and you know, we're hoping everything gets fixed out there, unlike Tokyo. But now baseball. We got the trading deadline that just went through.
Yeah.
Red Sox didn't do much in trading. They did get a couple players. The Yankees got 2 players in their lineup that they immediately put in their starting lineup.
Immediately put in this lineup, immediately producing in the lineup.
Yes, and swept the Marlins.
Yeah, we swept the Marlins. Big whoop-de-doo. But sweep the other players.
No, it helped you. It helped you, though. You gained a little bit in the standings.
Yeah, because Boston almost got swept by the Rays.
They did.
Oh, they did. Oh, yeah, they did. So the Rays are on top by a 1.
Yeah, by a game and a half.
Yep.
By a game and a half. You know, Yankees are only, is it 5, 6? No, 6.5. You're still behind.
6.5 games. Yep. You should know the player Anthony Rizzo, right? Yeah, you know him.
The Chicago Cubs did their fire sale. So
fire sale. Yeah, they almost sold the guy who's selling the popcorn. I think they gave him away too. You say, here, you take him.
Well, the Cubs, I think, got rid of what, 6 players, grand
6
total?
or 7 players, yeah.
Yeah, and the Red Sox were talking about bringing back Greg Kimbrell. I said, oh, God, no, I don't want him again.
Yeah, so.
Where does he go? He goes to the White Sox.
Yep. He goes right to the White Sox.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that's going to help them or hurt them. I don't know. The Dodgers had to be busy, heaven forbid. They weren't happy, so they had to go get Max Scherzer
with
Washington Nationals.
Which kind of upset the Yankees didn't push for a little bit.
No, you were trying to get rid of some money off the board for the Yankees. Actually, they were not trying to gain. Well, you did become buyers, but I'm sorry, Scherzer's too much of a contract.
Yeah, no, Scherzer would have fit right in. We
he fit in with the Dodgers
on him, but we'll see. Of course, he went to the Dodgers. Everybody goes to the Dodgers or the Yankees.
Well, don't worry. The Dodgers are 2 games out of first place on San Francisco. So
yeah. So San Francisco's been a surprise team this year.
Yes, they have been.
Very surprising.
And you figure San Diego's up there a little bit too, but I didn't think San Francisco would be one of them.
Well, San Diego's a little bit. They spent a lot of money in free agency over the summer. We talked a lot about the San Diego Padres and stuff. They went all in.
Yeah, Tatis just went back on the 10-day DL today.
Yep, he went on, but I mean, that division is tight. That it's only a couple games.
Yeah, the only team you don't have to worry about is Arizona.
Yeah, they kind of.
Oh God, they're the worst team in baseball.
Yeah. Yep. So
the Cubs were playing great, and then they went downhill. Then they made a fire sale, and the rest was history. And then the New York Mets made some moves that they're trying to hold off in the division.
Hold off to Philly. They're up by 3 games or 3 or 2.
3.5 on Philly, and I think it's 3.5 on Atlanta. So
yep.
Put it that way, and then of course
the playoff push.
There.
There's only 2 months. 2 months.
Well, there is still 2 months to go, but there is another trade deadline coming up called the non-waiver deal.
Yep, non-waivers. See who picks up people. We'll see.
So that can happen very easily. Yep. How many minutes do we have left in our show so I can go into the football thing?
We have a good 3, 5, 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
8 minutes? Okay, that's good because I want to talk about football and players being zonked again.
Zonked. Let's talk about our favorite word.
Minnesota. Yeah, let's talk about the Minnesota Vikings and their quarterbacks right now. They can't be with the team right now, especially Kirk Cousins. He was in a high close contact, so he has to wait 4 more days before he can be returned to camp.
Yep.
How nice when your quarterbacks. It's like, yes, I remember like it was when the Denver Broncos tried to throw the game out against New Orleans and move it to another night, and they were like, no, I don't think so. You're playing that game, and you're going to start a wide receiver at quarterback.
Yep.
If you remember
that went really well. I think he went 1 for 9 and not interception. Yeah. But
and the game wasn't even close.
Yeah, the NFL really going to crack down this year. If you players get
they're not throwing around.
No, they're not. If you get zonked, you're going to lose games and paychecks. I mean, this should have been cleared up.
You cannot cancel a game this time.
No, you can't cancel a game. There will be no games on Wednesday or Tuesday or
they don't want games to be played on Tuesday or Wednesday or Friday. If the only way you're going to make that game up, you're going to have to burn your bye week.
Something like that, yeah. And
that's all there is to it. What is it? The Miami Dolphins. Guess what? Tight ends are zonked, and the tight end coach. So now they're out.
Yep.
For about a
week. Yeah.
And then you have and then next week you have a preseason game in Canton, Ohio next Thursday night.
With fans.
The Steelers. Yes, with fans.
Yep, hopefully. I don't know how a big organization like the NFL isn't a little bit more organized. A little bit more. They knew that the season's going to start. I mean, I know they probably really didn't want to force players and pressure players like this, but they should have put their foot down
last year.
2 months. last year.
But you know what? They didn't know anything about this last year. Now they've got the ideas, what's going on, the COVID, the vaccination shots and everything, the new Delta thing. You know, like for example, the Washington football team. I've heard right now that only 40% is vaccinated, which is not good. Ron Rivera is not happy.
Nope, not happy at all. I mean, how can you not have the vaccine handy when you're coming to training camp or something like that and say, here's the vaccine. Can we shoot you in the arm? Boom. A player's done. Johnson and Johnson. You boom.
That's
another
it.
Player's done.
You don't need to refuse it and say no, because then you're going to say, oh yeah, well I don't want to take the shot. Well, yeah, you may be taking a choice of either take the shot or you're going to stay behind,
or you're not going to play a season. Yeah,
you're going to retire.
Yeah, you're going to have to force to retire. But
yeah, it's crazy. I mean, what is it? And then I think Washington's now really the only team that's under 50%. No, the Buffalo Bills got trouble too trying to vaccinate people.
Yep.
They got issues too. You know, remember, we have Cole Beasley already still saying he won't get the shot, you know, but that went to a big time situation. But
yeah.
But as we say, training camps are now in full session. You got the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio next week, live in front of fans. You got a Canton Hall of Fame football game to see. You know, the only way it goes wrong, of course, you know, we don't, again, for some reason, we keep spiking the way we're going right now. But, you know,
half the team gets zonked, and we're out of a Canton, Ohio game.
Right. We also had Carson Wentz is going to be out 5 to 12 weeks. He will be having surgery. That was announced today.
Yep.
So now they got to sign a quarterback.
Saquon Barkley is doing well for the Giants.
Yep, they signed Alfred Morris today to a 1-year deal.
Yep. Barkley should be back by December. I think.
I heard October, November, but
November. Yeah, he should be back. He's on a good track. He's on a good track.
Sean Payton's not too happy about Michael Thomas's surgery. And the timing of it.
No,
because he won't be back till like October or November. So,
yep.
You know, so poor guy, but you know, you should have done this earlier instead of waiting till around training camp to have your surgery.
Yeah.
You
should have.
Dak Prescott's got a bum shoulder right now. He's been overthrowing, I guess.
Yeah. For Dallas.
You know, for Dallas, push the panic button.
Yeah. There goes the season again.
Yeah, here we go again. And then, of course, you got a couple teams who've got watch parties going on for some of the, like someone on the Detroit Lions. I think her sister's an athlete for the 400-meter run, and I think somebody else for Tampa Bay. I forget what event she's got going on. They're going to do a watch party in the morning before they practice, and it's a good thing it's in the morning because I already heard Bruce Arians is not too happy with practicing going on right now. They said their practice looks like a soccer practice.
Okay. They must be really literally saying it's football instead of
and then Tom Brady went off on his offensive line that they weren't blocking for him, and he would slam the football and stuff. And
well, Tom, eat some more of that tree bark and stuff like that. Maybe it'll make you calm down a little bit. Eat some more of that
Subway
tree bark.
grinder.
Yeah, he doesn't eat Subway grinders.
I don't know. He's been making ads for Subway, so I haven't seen those ads. So,
all right, we got 2 minutes.
2 minutes. College football's right around the corner, so that's coming soon with their training camps. I think that's open. We have a lot of sports that are starting to open up again quite a bit. You know, with some sports almost, coming to a close, and the fall's coming on, and we're hoping for a very good run of August to see where we go. And like I said, next week we'll be talking about how the Olympics ended and stuff.
Yep.
So, and we are just hoping, please, everybody, like we said, stay safe right now. Because unfortunately, coming in the next couple days already. If you can tell, my beard has been shaved, so that means I'm preparing to wear a mask again.
Yep. You're clean shaving. That looks good for you, Coachy.
Well, yeah, that's only because I'm putting a mask back on. That's why, or otherwise I'd have a beard still right now.
Well, you look younger without the beard.
Yes, I know. With the beard, I look a little old. I look a little older because I feel like I have white hair on my chin. But
yeah, well, that's the only place you have hair, except your whole body.
Yeah, of course.
Nobody wants to see.
No, I won't do it. I won't do it. But yes. So, but 50's been good to us, and once we hit 100, we'll see how that goes. So 50 episodes. It probably won't be until 2022, definitely. So
yeah,
of course we'll still be going strong at this point. So
all right, this has been the Sportsman Show. You know who I am. You know who my
co-host. You know who I am.
Yep.
Happy
Watch us on YouTube.